Hello everyone, and welcome back to World of Warships Blitz with Terry. Today we're looking at a game that I was playing recently in my Akizuki. But this game is not so much about me. I've figured I'd feature this game because of the Amalfi on our team. So we are playing on base capture, Bay of Storms and base capture. It's a tier 8 game. We've got a Graf Zeppelin and a Saipan facing each other. And we're up against Bismarck, Vittorio Veneto, Double Cleveland, Benson, and Fenyang. Fenyang, I think, is basically the same ship that I'm having, plus as a Pan-Asian premium. Why am I talking about? Why am I talking about the Amalfi? Well, the Amalfi and the Prinz Eugen are the two cruisers on our side, and it'll become relatively obvious relatively soon what I'm saying here. But yeah, we've got two divisions actually on the team. There's a triple division on our team and a triple division on the enemy team. So we are spawning, well, up on the from our perspective on the right side. Anyway, and I have a battleship and a cruiser with me. So given that we do have carriers, I do have to be a little bit careful. But there's the Amalfi and there's the Key on my side here. So I'm going to head over a little bit wide, while I'm not sure where the carrier is going to scout. But it looks like the enemy carrier may be scouting the other side. So obviously Saipan fighters being completely murderous. And the team calls out defend the base. So I'm okay. Given that our carrier is busy on the other side, I'll go scout. But I'm not necessarily going to push. I'm just going to go defensive. I'm just going to do a wide scout and see what I can spot. Now, the Akizuki is not the stealthiest ship out there. But I should be able to at least outspot everything else. Yeah, like that Cleveland over there. So there's a Cleveland. I'm not going to start shooting yet because I'm broadside to a Cleveland and a Vittorio Veneto. Unfortunately, I am getting spotted. There must be a destroyer here as well that I haven't seen. So focus fire on the Cleveland. Yeah, I agree. But I do have to be careful with the Vittorio Veneto as well. Yes, there comes the semi-armor piercing. Ow. So I'm dropping torpedoes at the Vittorio Veneto while maintaining fire on the Cleveland. Because I don't want the Veneto to realize that I'm shooting, that I've dropped torps on him, and yeah, that hurt. I thought the rocks would protect me a bit more here. So it's about time to get out of dodge. And at this point, the Veneto hasn't really noticed that I was shooting at him and is taking 4 torpedoes and a flood. Nice. And now the games begin, because now I need to dodge the semi-armor piercing. He damacons the flood, obviously. Oh, and I got another torpedo on the Cleveland. That is appreciated. But and there's that destroyer that I was talking about earlier that must have been spotting me. So now we're going to try and get the permafire. Now the Amalfi on our side is the closer target, so the Veneto is not going to be shooting at me. So I'm going to get a quick shot off at the Benson, but the Amalfi now smokes up, which means the Veneto has nothing else to shoot at but me. So that's why I'm in reverse to already dodge these shots. He's taking 2 torpedoes from the Amalfi. That's a permaflood and another permafire from my side. He smokes up, but it's way too late. And the Veneto is dead. Now that leaves the Benson, and there was a Cleveland on this flank. Now this is the point. This is the critical point in the match. And the Amalfi obviously shooting at the Benson, which is a good action. But we've just lost our Akizuki on the right flank. We're now 2 ships down. We've already lost the battleship and the Akizuki on the right flank. The Amalfi, realizing that this is a problem, calls out base defense and heads over where he's needed. And this is the critical moment in this game. Now we have a Cleveland here, which is still a problem, but I've got a Key with me. The Amalfi is not needed here. So I'm smoking up, not knowing if the Cleveland has radar ready, but the Cleveland is also, I have a Key as well, and the Amalfi is still helping out against the Cleveland, all the while heading to the other flank, where he is sorely needed. Now I cannot really abandon this flank, because there was a Benson around here, and I can't leave the Key alone, here. But the Key and me together can hold this flank. I can take on a Benson if I need to, and the Amalfi has to help out on the other flank because our carrier is already in danger there. So that was a critical move to make that happen. And yeah, okay, I've got the Key with me, so this Cleveland should not be too much of an issue if the Key can sink some decent shots into that thing. And he's calling out base cap, and I agree. because the flank is now open, and we can put some pressure on put some pressure on the enemy team to draw their forces back from the other side, because the rest of my team is now playing defensive there. They're defending the carrier, and they're trying to defend against destroyers on that side. I am unspotted, so I'm trying to line up a torpedo run against the Cleveland, but I'm almost at the cap circle, and if I can start capping now, unfortunately I get spotted at this point, and hopefully the Cleveland's paying attention. So once again, I need to smoke up now, full risk, because I don't have an alternative, and hope that the Cleveland doesn't have radar or sonar ready, or doesn't know how to use them. So that's a double fire, and because that Cleveland can delete me, but he's not using his consumables. And I get one torpedo hit onto him, unfortunately only, because he was accelerating faster out of the turn than I thought he was going to do. And yes, I'm in reverse, he's shooting forward, and that's a dead Cleveland. Got very, very lucky there that this worked. But I'm out of heals now, and I'm down to 10,000 hit points. But I need to get into that capture circle, because that will hopefully draw the enemy team back to a degree. There's the carrier. That is a Graf Zeppelin, so that thing is dangerous. I'm now obviously spotted, but I'm in the capture circle, and I can start threatening their carrier. So that should hopefully draw the air power away from our team. And I'm not sure what the Saipan's doing at this point. Oh, there's the Fenyang as well. Okay, now that Fenyang is on super low health. The problem is I'm out of smoke screens, and the Fenyang may still have one. So immediately start lining up the Fenyang, shooting at him. Let's see if I can get him on fire or anything. No, can't. Okay, I'm on fire. That's fine. I'll let it burn. But yeah, that's the problem. The Fenyang is now smoking up. Now, I think the Fenyang has deep water torps, but I'm not 100% sure. So if he stays in his smoke screen, okay, I can see from his AA where he is, but I'll just drop some torpedoes on a widespread. Maybe I get lucky. But I'm also under fire now from the Graf Zeppelin on the other side. So I am getting hammered here from two sides. And yeah, the Fenyang and me are equal in terms of firepower. So I'm definitely going to need some assistance here. And there come some torpedo planes. And I think the carrier is trying to line up the Fenyang. But the Amalfi, once again, from the other side of the map, saves my bacon here and takes out the Fenyang. Well played by the Fenyang, by the way. That was a good run, and he didn't sit still in his smoke, otherwise I would have had him. And yeah, there comes some armor piercing from the Graf Zeppelin in as well, so I can't get any closer to that thing. I'm now down to 3,000 hit points with no consumables or heals left, but I am capping, and the Graf Zeppelin is the last remaining ship, because, you know, like I said, we had to, by threatening their capture circle, we were able to draw the Fenyang down, and they were able to do the rest that was necessary up in the north. But yeah, if it wasn't for that Amalfi, we would have lost this, probably, to capping. Because they might have done the same flank run that we did on our side. So them losing the Vittorio Veneto early on, because he was way too aggressive, and that interplay with the Amalfi moving over to the other flank and holding there, while Kia and me were sailing down, that was well played. So that's just one I've figured I'd put out there, because you don't always see cruisers doing the right thing at the right time, and deserved MVP there. Anyway, that's it for me today. Thanks everybody, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.